I'm confused.
Just copy paste full.
No, I'm adjusting it right now.
What are you doing, man?
Great.
I mean, I put your streams on my. Oh, nice. That's a nice title screen.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, is that from the link you shared in the content chat with the whole media library?
No. The other one is cut it.
I see.
Oh, Exorcist, and then I'm ready. Okay. I am ready.
Let's go.
Test.
I need to open give away 1 month of internet.
Commitment, 1 month commitment.
Yes.
I guess I'm gonna.
Only for me.
Yes.
I'm gonna be opening your chat, Arsalan, because you have, I think, the most people watching right now. So I don't feel like I'm talking to myself.
Wait, am I lagging for you guys?
For me, you were, but I don't know if it is me or you. Could be me, I don't know. Right now, not.
Okay. I mean, the game is dying, they don't have it fully opened, that's why. But my voice shouldn't lag.
Okay, guys. I guess let's start with an introduction, as in welcome. If you like anything to add to that, Arsalan, you're most welcome. And then we can.
Really, I would love to cut to the chase because I think people are eager to learn what's gonna happen.
Okay,
in the future.
So if you can just switch your screen then to the one that I'm streaming in Discord.
Okay, 1 sec.
Then we can start.
So basically, just show Discord.
Yes.
Watch stream. Okay, 1 sec. Like this. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, perfect. So let's just start the video. Luckily, we have like a shorter version, which is this one. So I'm just gonna press play, and then whenever you guys are saying something, I'm gonna pause it so we can talk about it and discuss stuff. And then I'm also gonna be bringing in the text that I already, the summary that I already provided you guys. That
notes on the side as well.
That we can, hover over it or talk about it. So let's go.
Let's go, sir.
So let's just turn down the voice a little bit.
Yeah, I'll turn on my music. So I mean, you can basically, because you've seen it, like they don't speak Korean and like.
Yes, of course.
Captions.
So I'm just gonna read one line while we are seeing this. Again, I'm just gonna turn down the voice. So welcome, guys. This video introduce major updates for the Aion game. Key highlights that we're going to be talking about today is the new armor set PvP that is going to be introduced on the 31st. A new server is coming in called Wind, which also we're going to be talking about shortly, and that is going to be launched in Korea on the 28th. And Korea is transitioning to a new model, which seems like a free-to-play model, similar to the one that we have, because Korea is actually, if you don't have Seal's Aura, you can't even log in your character. And it seems like they're getting a version where you would be able to do that. There's also on the new server the possibility to fly on all maps. How that's gonna work, we're gonna have a short introduction on that one.
Sorry for jumping in.
Yes.
Is that new server gonna be like similar to the wildcard servers? Is this gonna be just something separate, or is it just something they're wanting to try and do stuff there?
It seems like currently it is gonna be the replacement of the wildcard server, but it could be an update. So that's something I'm gonna be giving information as soon as it happens. But so far we do not really have information on that. But what from previous information, what I can tell you, usually when they talk about a new server, it is that server that they're constantly updating.
Are they going to bring the new changes to all servers or just the new one?
I'm gonna split the changes between new server and new update, so that we will know what is happening for which direction. And keep in mind, for us EU players, relevant are mostly the changes to the patch updates, not the new server, because the new server is more or less kind of a testing phase, and that comes or doesn't come eventually. It is what it is. Okay. Then we have changes to Kina, which basically just means you can acquire more Kina in the daily stuff that you do. We will have information about the new map, Tiamaranta. And wait, let me just check if I forgot anything. These changes are expected to significantly impact gameplay and the in-game economy, of course. Okay. So
again, quickly to jump in, because people in chat ask,
yes,
can we hope to get a server like this on EU? From my understanding, if this is a transition they're making to like you said, this is a new server they're opening, they're gonna start focusing on that more, or how is that gonna work?
Well, I have been mentioning that to Gameforge for quite some time now, and technically them not merging Tabata to Atrea is kind of the reason that we should have a server like that. I do not obviously not know that if there's a plan or initially something will happen like this similar, it would be beneficial for the players, but I don't really know how the EU community would receive it. You know, so right now is completely
this new type of server.
Exactly, the I would say fast track server. I would call it a fast track server because
similar to what we had in the past, yeah.
Exactly. So the reason why Korea even has that server is usually after a while they give you the opportunity to move from that server to an old server, and since it has better rates, better whatever, you know, like all these events and everything, you have the possibility.
So it's essentially a booster server.
Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, but they also use it for stuff that the community would be, you know, the mindset would be splitted. So they just test it on the server before rolling it out for all the others.
Okay, so it's okay, I see.
Exactly. I mean, there are still players who play on the server actively. Sorry, Aggie.
No problem. I think it's interesting how many test servers Korea had, right?
Yes, back in the days, yes. Now they only have one left. But yeah, I agree with you. Okay, so again, let me just go back to the initial video. So of course, since that is the one that we are trying to focus on, I'm gonna yeah. So this is the armor that they're going for, and all that we know so far is the retail players will probably recognize this skin already. It's one of the old skins that we had. It's gonna be a PvP armor. If I go further down in here, they explain, and now I'm just gonna read because it's probably easier. Equipment and system update. Admiral armor. It's supposed to be coming on July the 31st. Of course, I will be streaming that, including exactly next week. Includes combat skills that activate based on probability. So
now that's interesting.
Can you elaborate on this, please?
Okay. So this is something which I guess some of us would probably be like confused, and others where the alarm, bells start ringing. Because this sounds like a lot of RNG, and it sounds like a lot of PvP, especially PvP RNG, which right now, obviously, I'm also not a big fan of. But as far as what we have understood or what we were given so far, and please, anything we say today, nothing is set in stone. It's just what we have received, and some things can get lost in translation. So please, don't hate us in the end for it. It seems like that it is gear that is easy to acquire. So they're going away from the initial acquiring gear with you, where you spend plenty and thousands of abyss points and you spend huge amounts of medals, and then you get a gear in the end that you plus for 20 years because it's so expensive. They're going away from this system and giving you a more easy, accessible PvP gear, which they have already done, by the way, in 3.2 with the weapon. So the weapon is literally, you get a PvP weapon for free, kind of. You just need to be active in PvP and you get one. So they're kind of going...
Wait. When you say active, so is it based on the new rankings AP system, or like when you say for free and you have to be active? Can you explain on that?
So the way you acquire the new PvP weapons is actually
That's
through
3.2 patch, by the way.
Exactly. That is 3.2. Is there are two ways. One was the gamble way, and one was the initial way. So the initial way is you need battle tokens, and you acquire the battle tokens by quests, PvP quests.
So
and
like blood mark.
Exactly, like blood mark, but you need 10 blood marks to buy one level 60 PvP weapon. So it's not hard. It's actually quite easy to acquire. And the initial patch, when it came out, the text, what it was saying is, when they want that people are coming back, or when people are playing the game, they don't want them to miss out on the end content. They want them to give them the possibility to at least have a solid weapon to be able to jump into the PvP action. So that was kind of the explanation to it. And the second thing, when I said the gamble version, that was you could open a box, and that box would give you one token of the battle token, or the weapon itself. So when they say weapon itself, it's like a box where it could have it was a selection box, and you could get the weapon, which technically meant that if you and to buy one, you would have to spend 250,000 abyss points and 40 medals, which were the e-boy medals, the current one, So you would be spending that, and like if you buy 10 boxes, you technically have the weapon because you have 10 tokens. But if you're lucky, you get the weapon straight away. So this is the version, like this is the change for at least the weapon that is already implemented in Korea. Okay.
I think that's not bad, because players are actually sometimes struggling keeping up with the medals and the dailies and stuff, so they can join PvP and game faster.
Yes. So
on 3.2 is aside from those abyss boxes, is there another way to getting the bottom medallion? So it's just like the box itself is like one bottom medallion. You open it. If you're lucky, you might get the weapon. If not, you just get 10 and you get the weapon anyway.
Well, the other option that was mentioned in the patch notes was through questing. I myself was not able to figure that part out because it wasn't implemented yet when I tested the last time. That's why I don't want to say something wrong. But the Korean friend that I asked, he told me that you need to run certain, like you have to do on a weekly basis certain PvP related content, and throughout this content you receive the medals. Again, at this point, I do not know how you acquire those medals, but it is quite easy to get them. Okay. Again, I myself was able to get 3 weapons, PvP weapons, in the span of 2 hours in Korea. Okay, now you wanted to ask something?
Yeah, can you then... So about this new PvP gear, what they're getting in Korea next week.
Yes.
It's easy to obtain.
Yes.
But can you elaborate more on the... Like, very easy to obtain, but what is the catch?
So, again, it's easy to obtain, but I think that the catch is the skills on it. So I'm assuming that some skills will be stronger than the other ones. And so far it seems like more or less like a godstone that gets automatically activated. But also, apparently, there are gear pieces which have active skills that you can move into your bar to use. I would...
Sorry, it's somewhat like the +20 or the Nectar gear from the past? Or?
Somewhat in that direction, but I don't want to say more to that part because we just don't know. And again, I don't want to spread wrong information.
Yeah, so it's still in the air.
Okay. So, but again, yes.
More info on that when they actually release.
Exactly, which is in 31st.
And he'll show. So it's next week. So
yes, it is next week. Okay, so
the question would be probably just to speculate. Is those skills that they always, as in like, do you need to say have a gear +15 to get them, or is it like, oh, you have that armor for your class, is this skills, or how does that work?
Well, again, that is something that we would need to.
I'm just writing this down for next week when you're streaming. I'm just going to see because it's curious. Because if, say, for example, if you get that PvP gear, right?
Yeah.
By the way, they've added, I'm probably rushing a bit ahead. They added a system for like safe enchanting to basically to +10, no chance to fail. You just enchant and that's it.
Yes.
I'm just curious to see if those skills will be available after a certain level of enchantment, or it's gonna be, oh, it's tied to the armor you're using and stuff like that. But again, we don't know.
Again, what we can see, look, what we can see, exactly. But what we can see already in this one, what he's saying, as you will see, have added stat skills that are activated based on probability for each time we call it Admiral Armor Battle. It depends on the skill. The Admiral Armor Combat skill is a skill that is activated with the chance when you... I have slowed it down, that's why it's taking longer. Attack or are attacked depending on the armor type when engaging battle while wearing in the so it seems like it's something that when you attack or you're getting attacked, the skill gets automatically activated.
What if that skill is, say, for example, extra accuracy, like a buff?
Yes.
You're attacking someone on evasion set based on the combat skill or combat score, whatever, and then it just gives you extra evasion to counter that. That would be cool.
That definitely would be something. Which is possible.
This is speculation. This is just me brainstorming out loud, just throwing stuff out there.
I mean, it's only 1 week, so yeah.
Yeah, literally next week. Okay.
Oh wait, well, I'm looking at another screen of this similar one. Let me just read that as well quickly. Each time you attack in battle, PvP power and PvP defense power increases with a certain probability.
So the more you stay on your target, the more you're wait, so technically, how can you elaborate on that? So the more you're attacking, the more PvP power you get, but if you're being more attacked, you get more PvP defense, or how? Because that's the way to balance it.
Well, that is all it says, and then it says in the bottom that says the more parts you collect, the higher the probability of activation.
So the more of that new gear you have.
Yes.
Okay, I mean you have to get the full gear anyway because it's a set, right?
Exactly. True.
I mean you wouldn't be running one part Cavalier, one part this new part, one part GBG, one part T50, like a walking Christmas tree.
I mean, if it's really that easy to acquire, then why wouldn't you even have the old gear? You know what I mean? Then you would definitely go for this one.
Yeah.
That's one question I have regarding the armor. It says guaranteed enchantment. What does that mean? Like up to level 10 guaranteed?
Yes. We're gonna get to the enchantment later, but so far, yeah, I can answer the question. It is guaranteed. Yes.
Okay, got it.
It's like the ones from you who play gacha. It's kind of a pity system that is being implemented. But
like in Lost Ark?
We'll see. We'll see. Okay, let me just continue for now.
Yeah.
So we have let me just do that to normal again. So we have some stills to show you guys. First of all, I'm gonna keep that here because we're gonna be shortly speaking about PvE. Me myself, I'm loving this change a lot. Let me first, before I go over to that part, let me read what it says in the notes. Time attack for bosses. Player can earn better rewards based on the time taking to defeat bosses. Guaranteed. Okay, the enchantment is going to come afterwards. Now, let me explain what this pyramid means. So, Okay, so in PvE dungeons, they have been working strongly on the drop rates. They're going to be highly increased, and you can decide as players how if you want to increase the drop rates more. So what that means is after entering the dungeon, you have the possibility to complete some tasks from the bottom to the top, and the top one. So this one says all rewards drop rate more than double. So the drop rate would be doubled in this one. And in this one, it says probability for dropping all rewards increased. And this one, level 55 stigma, burning abyss tree, blazing salvation weapon. So it's like increased for this one. And what it actually happens is, so when you run a dungeon, and if you fast, like there's probably a timer, and if you are able to complete the dungeon in that timer, your drop rate is going to be increased.
Is it just completing it in a specific time, or is it like completing tasks in a specific
both. So the first part is that if you generally complete the dungeon in a faster timer, you have an increased drop rate, but there are also tasks, I would say, that will be added later on to make it even much challenging, I guess, to give you a higher drop rate chance.
Right.
Okay.
Is that one? So obviously this is for the new dungeons, right? But what about something that's been existing before? I mean, BT is removed, right? So it doesn't count anymore.
It doesn't, yeah.
I guess so. Basically, just for the new race, let's say Faistos, Tiamat stuff. I mean, Tiamat is gone as well. But like these type of dungeons, right?
It should be for most of them, yes. We haven't gotten a list yet, but when we do, I will obviously provide that information. Then let's see what is next. So he basically just talks about the loot and, obtain.
Yeah.
Then let's just move a little bit further up here. So now he's gonna change the topic. So he's basically just talking about main source of Abyss points, Battleground, Dredgen, Tartalos, Telos, Fortress War, Raid, Legion Merit, Legion, and PvP in Alfetta, the new maps and everything.
Yeah.
But other than that, what they're also including, and here we have to understand that what the PvP, the AP points they are talking about, we are always talking about two separate PvP AP points. So we have the personal PvP AP points, and we have the PvE AP points. So what that means,
one points based on rank, one is points you get to spend on gear.
Exactly. And when you die, you only lose the AP ranked for PvP points, not the ones that you have acquired to buy gear. So
essentially, it's like a new glory system, but when you die, you lose glory points. You don't
exactly.
Okay, so say for example, I'm doing my PvE dungeons and stuff like that. I get 2 million AP.
Yes.
PvE.
Yes.
That doesn't count towards my rank, right?
Doesn't.
The
yes.
only rank that matters is the PvP one. If I want to be, say, commander or whatever, I need to be active in PvP to actually reach commander.
Exactly, that is true.
So you will have two different points.
Yes, it is the same. Like it will say AP in gold and everything. The user interface is gonna change slightly. Since I have that change already on my Templar, when I go live next time, you can see it anyways. But to kind of give you an understanding, because I'm not online right now, you will see on the left side is gonna be it says PvP AP, and on the right side it says PvE AP. And what I can give you as information, for example, I had on my Templar 4.6 million Abyss points for PvE, and that Abyss points was not touched, removed, anything when I died, and my rank was 9. So I started doing PvP. I got myself up to rank 7 or something, and I was making good Abyss points. So with my ping and my playstyle and everything, I made like 100, 200, whatever per day, which is literally nothing. Like if you're like an active player, you can make like 1,000, 2,000 probably. And the governor on the server that I was playing, he had like 8,000, which is technically easy doable. But then again, if you're higher rank, you lose more Abyss points, because when I died, like when I killed somebody, I would make like 25 to 30 Abyss points, sometimes even 50. But if I died, I lost like between 20, like 10 to 20. And if it's lower rank, then even 4 or 5 or 1 or whatever. It wasn't that extreme. But obviously as a high rank, I would lose more.
How is it when you want to buy, let's say, a weapon for 1 million AP and you only have like 700,000 on the first and 500,000 on the second? You know what I mean?
You can't buy it. You can only buy the gear or potions or anything with your PvE Abyss points. You cannot touch your PvP Abyss points.
Okay, that's interesting.
Okay, good.
I'm just gonna take some notes so later I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
make a little summary.
Do you know if the current APs will just stay or be converted or something?
Okay, so initially, no, that should not happen, because that will just move to like every Abyss points that you have currently, if you're hoarding or whatever, that will initially, or that's at least what happened in Korea. Please do not quote me on that or hate me for it afterwards. But in Korea, all your Abyss points were converted into PvE Abyss points. So everybody will start at 0.
That's why they were giving, I remembered, and people said that's why we have a few people who are rushing for higher ranks right now.
Yes.
Because when they did that change, they were giving people a reward based on the highest rank they've ever achieved.
Yes, because they put everybody back to 0.
Okay, they keep 0, I mean, in terms of PvP rank, but they still keep their Abyss points. They
Yes.
get converted to
Yes.
PvP rank, so they can still buy gear. Okay.
Yes, exactly. And that is another point why that is important, is because now what happens is with this screen, let me see if I have that. Yes. Okay, so this is something which I don't really get why, but apparently when you complete a daily quest, you can obtain a large amount of crowns by summoning a single NPC depending on the probability. So how that works, we have no idea, but you can apparently acquire, by just doing your daily quests, you can acquire huge amounts of Abyss points. Again, no idea how that works. If it's an event or whatever, no idea yet. Okay.
I think that will bring definitely more PvE to the players, because it will force them to get AP through PvE more, right?
No, it's the
system.
Yes.
Need a lot of different ways to.
They're reworking on the Abyss ranking again, and they're reworking the system in general. So right now they're just dumping Abyss points to the players in such a way that is, it kind of begs the question, what exactly is going on? Because in the end, there's just certain amount that you can spend, and there's just certain amount you can hoard. So, and if you're not losing it anymore in PvP, then what's the point of having like millions and millions of Abyss points? So yeah.
To get all the different sets and gears, man.
Probably. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out when we get closer to it. Okay.
Yeah. What's next?
Okay, he's talking quite some time for this one. So then let me go here. He's just in this one he's just talking about they're trying to work on new system for AP, but I already mentioned that, so it's not really important for this one.
Is that the new UI that he's showing forward a bit?
No.
What is he talking about here?
But let me check. So, oh yeah, this is the 100% for the plus rating, the enchantment. So
there we go.
Yeah, there you go. So the enchantment is guaranteed enchantment. A system for guaranteed enchantment up to level 10 will be introduced in August, while probability based enchantment will continue from 10 and upwards. And the way it works is literally, let me read. So enchantment stones above a certain level, you can use confirmed reinforcement by preparing a certain number of items. So it sounds like it just sounds like that if you put a special item or certain items into it, then you can have or increase your rating. Again, we do not have more information on that, but we definitely know that they're making the enchantment till 10. They're making it 100%. So plussing your gear to +10 should not be an issue anymore in the future.
I think that will make a lot of players happy.
That definitely would make a lot of players happy.
But then also depends what they do for the 10+, right?
Exactly.
They will triple the failure after.
and also it is really important. I mean, due to the buff that we have currently, it can't go on like this. That if just half of the people have that and the rest doesn't, you know.
Imagine they return after +10 that your items can be destroyed.
I hope not.
Imagine.
Yeah, so +10 is 100%, but after that, yeah, your items can break right away. That would be funny, right? No, actually not.
Yeah, and there he was just saying that you know, that if people okay, so here they have like a small, I think like they will have like a video soon, so let me just play that. Okay, then we can shut up and let's let it watch.
영상 하나 보고 이야기 시작하도록 하겠습니다. 필드 얘기인가요, 이번에? 영상?
Sounds like Tanker King. That's from the
눈에
flight
닿는
server,
모든
right?
곳 장비의 제약에서 벗어나 신서버인가? 나만의 전투 스타일을 만들고 나의 모든 노력이 하나의 가치가 되어 그 가치가 모든 것을 할 수 있는 서버 신서버 맞네 신서버 신서버를 공개하네 이번 라이브 때 안 할 줄 알았는데 신서버
Okay, can you
Wind
quickly go
server.
back a bit?
Yes, that was exactly.
When he was buying.
I knew it. You're gonna come.
Yes, I want to see it and understand what. So is this only for the flight server?
Okay.
The fast track server.
Okay. So first of all, again, this is only for the Wind server. I'm gonna mention it again. This is only for the Wind server. It's not the main server. So everything we just saw is only for this one. So let's go one by one. Yes, it seems like, and this is also what they have said in the notes, it seems like they're opening up flight or the ability to fly in every single map. Why and how that's going to work, we have no idea. We'll see that in the future. And then, as you can see, you know, the crafting, and like we're going to get to that in a few seconds. And then you see this guy being able to buy enchantment stones to level up his gear. It seems like he's buying it through Abyss points though, not to Kina. No, it's Kina, yeah, sorry.
The different points, I think there are like enchantment stones, mana stones, and some different stuff, because there are 4 different types of items the sugar sells, it seems.
Yes.
I mean, in the summary, sorry, even on the stream, I managed to translate. They were saying mana stones and enchantment stones.
Yes.
You can buy for Kina. What
So let me just read what it says. Introducing of the new server Wind. Launch date on August 28. Of course, I'm going to be on it on that day as well. The new server Wind will be available. Features: player can fly everywhere and set up defense freely. Whatever defenses freely, whatever that means. Unfight player value. All players' activities provide a single value and reward, simplifying game goals.
Okay. So what would that mean? With certain tasks you do and you get rewards, or?
Well, when he continues in here, you know, like in the video, they're literally, so in here, they're talking about that the value of Kina, for example, that you get from all those quests or from all whatever you're doing, so PvP, daily quest, crafting, is drastically increased, that the players will just generally more be rewarded you know. So as for understanding, it could be like the hero quest or something. Remember what we have on retail, that would make sense. Or like a special task book that you, if you complete that you get an additional reward like that. This is something which I could assume, but at of this moment we have no idea what that means.
Can you scroll a bit back to the NPC with the sugar, please?
Sure.
What is it?
It should be here somewhere. Yeah. There you go.
Oh, that was that shield skin was what, level 60? I remember, right? Shield skin from. Oh, do you remember which? What was it called? I think it was a crafted one.
It was a crafted one. Yes, it was the crafted one.
Yeah. There you go, Airok. By the way, do we have a visual skin armor of the recent new dungeon in Korea? You mean the one that's like the Ghost of Tsushima? Do you have a screenshot later you can show?
I would need to look for it. I can provide them to you later.
Okay, that would be great. Thank you.
Ghost
Okay.
of Tsushima, that sounds interesting.
Ghost of Tsushima. Okay, let's continue.
Whatever.
And yes, you were right. Arsalan, you were right. Mana stones and enchantment stones. Yes.
Okay.
Noise. Okay, so let's see. Yes, Seals Aura. Okay. So this is something which probably doesn't really concern us as much, except the ones that play on Korean server. Free-to-play transition and economic system changes. Free-to-play. Aion will become free-to-play and items drop or AP acquiring will remain unaffected even if the player has no energy. Trade restriction. There will be some trade restrictions for free accounts. Tiamaranta update structure.
So just to stop you here.
Yes.
So I'm assuming the trade restrictions
Uh-huh.
are related to, like, in a way, fighting bots, as in not allowing them to trade back kina or items or whatever, or how would they gonna implement that?
You mean with the Seals Aura?
Yes, yeah, because for example, you said in Korea,
yes,
like to be able to even log into the game,
yes,
login, you need
yes,
to have Seal Aura.
That is true.
We have 1 hour free trial, and then you can still play, but to get those full AP, XP, whatever, and
Okay.
items, you need to have Seal. Can you elaborate a bit?
So if you ask my question, my opinion on that, my opinion is this will not have effect on us whatsoever. I don't think this is something which will be implemented for us. I don't think this has anything to do with us. I think that Korea is taking from Gameforge the idea of the Seals Aura version that we have on EU, that like this has been implemented in Korea. That is what I am understanding so far. Of course, I will update you if I know otherwise, but so far I think that is the reason. And what they're also doing is they're giving players who will subscribe afterwards, even though you don't need to. They're giving them more slots in inventory. They're getting 24 more slots in Korea, which basically means that they're making the game free to play, but you are still able to buy the Seals Aura, and if you do that, you just have additionally 24 slots to make it a bit more interesting, because in Korea you can't really give the players something because everybody has plus 15 gear, everybody has every weapon, everybody has every gear he needs. So you can't really, since it is pay to win over there, since you can buy the stones in the shop, you can't really give them anything that would make the Seals Aura interesting. So to make the Seals Aura interesting, they're giving 24 more slots, cubes in your inventory. This is at least the start for right now, but we will see in the future what also they're going to be offering. But again, I don't think that this has anything to do with us, and I don't think it will come to us because we have that already.
I have a weird theory.
Yes.
And this is related to Throne and Liberty.
Okay.
So I have, because like obviously it's the same company, and they seem to be like switching teams between the games as well, like focusing, like getting one people to work on one game, then bringing them back to this one, whatever. Doesn't matter. This is just me doing some conspiracy theory,
okay,
theory crafting live. I'm thinking they're maybe gonna be doing Seal Aura in there, similar to what do you call it? Blessing of Solicium or whatever. So basically in Throne and Liberty, in Korea they introduced at some point similar to Seal, like a subscription thing, where it gave you certain boosts and also like extra entries to dungeons and stuff like that. Maybe if they rechanged that in Korea with Seora, maybe it would be something closer to that. But then again, Korea is reworking that. They're reworking that for Throne Liberty again. So maybe they'll do something both at the same time. I don't know. This is just me throwing shit out there. So
Maybe.
And also one of the way of them making the game free to play is also because of Throne and Liberty, just to not the two games competing against each other. Again, in my opinion. Because like you have one that's like free to play, one that's pay to play. So obviously, you know, it's a obvious choice. You would go.
I mean, it definitely could be a reasoning. We don't know. We'll see.
My speculation.
Okay.
Theory.
Yes, you have something, Exorcist?
No, it's fine.
Okay, then I'm just gonna press play. I'm gonna mute them again because obvious reasons. So just okay. So this is where things get a bit more interesting, to be honest. Wait, I forgot to read one more line from the previous point. Tiamaranta update: the structure of Tiamaranta will be changed to a Dragon Imperial Tower. Oh yeah, well it belongs to this one. Okay, so it seems like that we are getting a new version of Tiamaranta. And in further note, they spoke about the Eye of Tiamaranta. So before that, I have more visuals for you. So here we have all 4 versions of Tiamat, as you can see. Those 4 versions are, of course, they use different elemental skills. So this is one thing. In my opinion, I think this one looks really good. If the map even looks remotely similar to that one, then I'm definitely already hyped and happy. Can't wait for a new zone. And this is where things get interesting. Yes.
There's one thing I don't understand. It says the structure of Tiamaranta will be changed to a Dragon Emperor Tower Conquest format, but it was a Tower Conqueror format. So what?
Yeah,
exactly
that's what I'm coming. That's what I'm coming to right now. Okay, so we all know and love the map Eye of Tiamaranta.
Yeah,
for sure.
So we are getting the Eye of Tiamaranta back. So the Eye of Tiamaranta is coming back, but it seems like it will have multiple layers, like a tower.
So you're not running around in circles. You're going
Yes.
up and down.
Yes.
Okay.
So how the up and down is gonna work, we don't know yet. It could be teleports. It could be just running up the stairs, you know. But eventually, it seems like, I don't know how many levels it's gonna have. I have no idea. But it seems like that you have the Eye of Tiamaranta, like, you know, as a map, and then you can go higher and higher and higher. And on all levels, people will be running around and doing, you know, the PvP and the chests and everything that we used to do in the Eye of Tiamaranta.
That's a great way to give fresh wind to the map if they add different layers.
Well, definitely. I mean, just consider right now the shit show on Apita Beluslen, and imagine those numbers of players on the Eye of Tiamaranta map on the previous one. Like, that would be
one of my biggest beefs about Tiamaranta overall is the fact that you're essentially running in circles, right? I was never a fan of that. So if you're telling me they added some changes to the overall map structure where you have different, basically, it's like mini maps, right? You just go up and it's like a tower and
yes, that's what it seems like so far.
It was like, because it's a hamster wheel. Like if you chase an enemy and they're slightly faster than you, say for example you see Chanter in the distance a bit and you want to catch them, they're just gonna run in circles. You would never be able to catch them up.
Yeah, but now let me spin around with my brain. Let me just put a thought in your guys in your head, yeah. Tier rate. We have this box in the middle where you can fall down and die. Now imagine that a place like this binds those layers, that you can just jump down from top layer and glide into the second layer or the third layer, whatever.
Oh, dude, that would be. Oh, especially since you have glide skills.
Exactly, since you have glide skills. Imagine you can that's how you can, go between the layers, like from top to bottom. You can keep gliding around and you can keep just gliding into PvP and just destroy the people.
Okay, Rosti from my chat asks, did they talk about Dungeon of Tiamat?
No, they didn't. They didn't.
They haven't yet. Okay.
Yes, have not talked about that, but they did.
It would be really fun if you can jump from the top layers. So
Exactly.
Kratos from God of War jumps down.
But Rostiv, I can definitely ensure you that they have already, in the previous note, they have already mentioned that they're working on new dungeons and new maps, but not remembered stuff, completely new stuff. So I'm assuming that, Tiamat is also one of them. Yeah, the dungeon or new dungeons even. Let's see.
I mean, to be fair, one of the completely new dungeons is already out.
Yes.
Oh, completely new / original.
And there's even more dungeons coming, like all the coming patches. There's so much more coming. I don't know if you guys have watched streams and stuff. There's already so much new content, which is original new content. No.
To explain to you, Tiamaranta is coming back. They've reworked the map a bit, and they've changed the way Tiamaranta Eye works, as in like there's some layers. It's not just the hamster wheel. It's gonna be layered. And what they've said is that they're working on completely original new content in the future, like new maps with new raids and new bosses that are not just reskins and what do you call it?
Remapping, recycling content, yes.
Yeah. Because like I actually liked if Rare Bear on the original the other community Discord, because we were discussing the upcoming Korean development stream, and he or she was saying that it would be interesting. So you know how we have like some completely made up stuff like Alfeta Bellosan or whatever.
Yes.
Then they are basically we have a made up 3.0. Then we have something from the original 3.0. Then when we reach to 4.0, to be nice, basically just prolonging this. That was an interesting idea he had. I really like that.
Well,
but, they will develop more on the lore side. Hopefully, yeah. I don't know what they're planning to do it, but to answer your question regarding the Tiamat dungeon, in original way, and that was the place where we killed Tiamat. So since we're still fighting Tiamat, so to speak, and her minions, or they don't have gendered Balars anyway. It's too soon to kill her off, bro. Calm your tits, please.
It is too soon, because it's more or less speculations, and I what I really don't want is that next week somebody comes to me and says, but Philo said that, and Philo said, bro, it's all Korea. We don't know what's gonna happen, and especially whatever we are saying today, we have no clue what is gonna reach EU.
I mean, in the current Tiamat instance, it says young Dragon Lord Tiamat, so it would be logical if they bring another version of Tiamat where she is older, I guess.
You mean Red Dragon?
Yeah, Red Dragon.
Yeah. The thing is that they have. This is something I really hate. They have not really given us the story, because in Korea they did give us the story. So technically, the Red Dragon currently that we have gotten, that is her prime time when she was the strongest lore wise, and also she just became Dragon Lord in that one. So that's why she's called the young Dragon Lord. And later in retail, when we fought her in the Tiamat's hideout, that was when she was, when Beritra was already after her because of Aprus, So lore-wise, there is definitely lore-wise so much more. I would love to talk about that for hours and days, but I'm usually just assume that nobody gives a shit. That's why I don't do it.
We also had help from like Kaizenel and Marshalton against Tiamat.
Of course.
It wasn't just a player fight.
Yes. But if anybody of you is really, really, really interested in the lore of Aion, hit me up. I can give you the links where you can read the tune from which literally the manga from Aion, and then you can read the story and everything.
Okay.
Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so yeah, again, the layers PvP Eye of Tiermaranta sounds amazing, but practically we need to see how it is in the end. If it's really layers, I think it would probably also prevent a little bit of zerging, I hope.
I saw Kina. They said new sources for Kina. I'm curious. Let's go. What are they doing? What are the Koreans cooking?
Yeah. So, where did you see the new source of Kina?
Oh, in the captions, bro. He said.
Oh no. This is Tanker King, who is doing the same what we are doing for his Korean community. Okay. So he's now just writing down what they're doing. We already spoke about the Kina. So technically, this is the original video. Yeah. So this is like the original video, and if you guys want, I can also drop it in the chat, and then you can just have a look or whatever later on your own.
Yeah, that would.
Okay, so let me just go. Okay, so here this is where we were. Let me. Okay, let me see what is next.
You can skip a bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. To do this, this is like where they started Q&A. Basically,
okay.
That was kind of funny because when they were like, "Yeah, let's go to the chat and let's see what's going on," everybody was hating and flaming.
Yeah, I saw. I was during the live.
I was laughing my ass off when I saw that. But I can, just come to my notes. So, future update plans are fourth quarter, which is, the end of the year this year currently.
Yeah,
Tiermaranta.
Like we always know, they always release major content around.
Yes. So they're saying Tiermaranta Plus and Tia Noon are planned for quarter 4. Again, no information. No, like the map of Tiermaranta is gonna come, and also something Tia Noon. Again, no idea what that is. We'll find out when that happens.
It sounds funny to read Tiermaranta Plus like it's an extension or
Exactly.
I mean, Tiro had some really nice naming conventions for the new Tiamats.
He did actually.
Honestly, if I will petition and I'll speak to Tiro, I'll be like, dude, that idea was amazing. Let's implement it in EU.
He literally had for the 4 dragons. He had like names. Ramata, Tarata.
Yeah. And the next map after that will be like Satan Deluxe or something.
Okay, so in this one, people were just randomly in this section. People are randomly asking questions, and they talk about potential level cap increase.
Oh my God. Sorry, I just remembered when you mentioned. I was randomly watching this during work, and in the comment chats, I saw Nemiko, and he was wrote in English. Can you please work on your geodata, please?
There might be a level cap increase and new equipment release. Well, the new equipment we know already. Abyss points, there will be no rollback. So the rollback initially was planned after every 6 months. That got cut. So rollback means every like all the Abyss points are back to 0 and you have to restart again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's for the. I'm just.
Is that for PvE or PvP Abyss points?
No. That was no. Player Abyss points stay as they are. This is just the ranking. They're talking about the ranking and the PvP ranking. Yes.
PvP ranking being reset.
Yes, because if you log in Korea currently, it says current season will end in 1 year. The PvP season, and then the Abyss points will be really deleted.
So they will convert the AP that people have to PvE AP, and
yes,
then you will get a new way to climb the ranking.
Ladder.
Yes,
exactly.
Because some players, I think, started late, so the chances of them getting a high rank like Governor and Commander are hard. So
yes,
when the ladder gets reset, everyone has the same chance again to
exactly.
reach a high rank.
Exactly. So, but yeah, here they're talking about that right now they're planning not to do any reset, and they're talking about that they're trying to look for new and better ways to acquire Abyss points, maybe to a new questing or quest line.
I mean, judging by what we've seen so far, the issue is not getting AP anymore. The issue is spending it. Almost.
I guess, yeah, I had the same thought, to be honest. And then they'll basically, you know, just answering minor questions related to the shop, you know, like Korea shop, which again has nothing to do with us. And yeah, there is a lot of plan, you know, to the detailed article is gonna be coming out tomorrow. And I'm also getting another detailed summary today later, but I guess we have covered most of it. There shouldn't be anything major that we have missed so far. And yeah, I guess in the future, we're just gonna see how amazing it is gonna be or not.
Okay, so just a few things. So they're gonna receive another summary. When you do that, can you give it to me as well? I would like to post on my Discord.
Sure.
For people to have because they have some notes as well. I just want to make sure it's correct.
Sure.
Later we can, like, when it's done and when we review, we can post on the normal Discord for other people to see, like, you know, for everyone, if you want. So you're saying tomorrow they're releasing basically a letter from the developer for the proper plans, which more info or what?
Yes and no. So they have already released some of the information, but there's another page. It's called Haven something. That is like a, you know, for MMORPGs, and usually that is the site where all the, you know, the keynotes, the articles, deep information, detailed interviews and all that gets published, and that happens usually a day later or 2 days later. So as soon as that happens, we will have maybe more inside pictures, but definitely more inside information to all the systems that are implemented. So as soon as that happens, I will obviously provide you with that.
So tomorrow, hopefully
hopefully it will happen tomorrow. I mean, I can check currently because I've been checking that site earlier already, and sadly that was not the case, but I can have a look again one more time. So, I mean, you guys can see as well. So this is like one of the pages where all the information get leaked and posted. Other than that, let me just give you the link for the stream in your chat and also in your chat.
Oh, thank you.
That would be really nice.
I need to mod you, fellow. You can be my little modder. Right. Okay, then
I'm locked in my chat actually.
What?
Yeah.
I think he can't post links in my chat. He maybe has to send it to me in Discord.
Oh, that's fine. There you go. There you go. Okay. So yeah, other than that, in the forum, there's so much more information, like, you know, pictures, soundtracks, and there's so much stuff. If there's anything, guys, you need or you're looking for, hit me up. I might be able to help you related to Aion, of course. Other than that, thank you for having me. I think that was something amazing that we did today, and maybe for the future we can keep it up.
I would love to keep, like, obviously, because you understand a bit of Korean, I'm assuming, and you keep on track with all the changes, and I'm personally quite invested into this game, obviously.
Yes.
So I'm curious to see what they're cooking up. So again, if something interesting pops up and there's something exciting, I know you're going to be streaming next week when the update comes live. So we're going to see firsthand, you know, how everything works, basically. I'll definitely tune in. Yeah, man, thank you for organizing this. Send me the summary notes, please.
Yes.
And I'll fill it in with my notes, and then I'll share on my Discord.
Perfect.
And then obviously we'll post it wherever.
From my side also, definitely thanks for having me. It was really fun and interesting to see the upcoming stuff, because normally I don't look up what Korea has to offer, but I think the news of having Tiamaranta back is really big for the player base.
Not only back, but like reworked. Like, I just want to see the new eye, to be honest. I hated the anything they've done to the old eye would be a massive improvement in my eyes. But that's just my personal bias, so don't take it for, you know, for just
I'm just happy with anything new, to be honest.
I'm curious to see what the new original maps are gonna be, but again, that's gonna be reviewed in the developers letter, I guess. So
yes. But just one last thing. I have already given you the links for this YouTube channel. If you go to the YouTube channel and you go to the live section in here, So currently EU is at this video, which is about a year old. So there are three other notes that they have released where they'll go quite in detail and explain, you know, certain systems for the games, you know, gear. So if you're just interested, if you like, you know, want to have a look at different content, then this is definitely always something to look at on the side.
Oh, we forgot to mention one thing. So you know the new they've mentioned, or at least what I've seen in the notes, they've added a new mode to the battlefield they have
Yes.
right now.
Yes.
So in 3.0 they released a new PvP dungeon, which is similar. It's like Dredgen in TIAC.
It's this one, what I'm showing right now, literally.
Yeah, this yeah, out.
It's
Timing.
literally the one I've opened it. So
Yeah,
this is how it looks from the top, literally.
Okay.
It's crazy.
So they added a new PvP dungeon on 3.0, right? And the catch there was that you can only apply in solo queue. You couldn't apply with
Yes. Yes.
Later in Korea, they applied a patch where you can apply 2 people in a group into that dungeon. So it's like 3 mini groups or whatever. But now they've added a new mode to that dungeon. So I'm really hoping it's the group versus group mode. And the new dungeon to me looks amazing. And they even has inside. Was there a you can send someone to do someone from the opposite
Yes.
team?
Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
you claim
Yes.
yeah, it has a lot more interesting.
So as you will see, I mean, since we are already talking about it, you will see. So it has 2 sides. You know, Asmos and Ilias on each side, and obviously Ilias, Asmo is also possible. You have win streams. There are obstacles that you need to acquire. There are mini bosses you need to fight, and one guy even has to go through a rift where he has to collect an item for another 2,000 points. The catch there is though that there is also from the opposite team is also somebody in that location where you have to literally do a 1v1 and the guy who wins takes the item, you know, to get the points.
Easy.
Which is
Just send your SM, bro. Just send your SM. And
Do you guys remember Nevivint?
yeah.
It was also like a PvP map where you had an Elios side and an Asmo side and had to do like some collecting captures or something like that. Like it reminds me a lot of Nevivint.
So it's kind of similar, of course. It's kind of similar, but it's again, it's fun. It's good, you know. It's definitely something that. The map. Let's see. So this is how the map looks like. So you have seen it once. Let's see.
So you can't go in there with a static. You have to apply.
No, you can't go in there with the static. You just have to apply, and you land in a random group.
Yeah, but they've done changes to the entry, so
yeah,
more info tomorrow, I guess, for the new patch.
So this is like the map how it looks like. Then you have like so here is one group and here's one group, and then you have to, you know, you go each side, and it's fun. It's definitely a lot of fun. Mostly I was in random groups where half of the group was AFK, so I couldn't really enjoy it as much. But yeah, like even Koreans were really mad about that.
Yeah. That's why they introduced a new way of entering. Hopefully,
they've
yes. said it, bro. I'm high on hopium. They've said it.
They already said it, definitely. So yeah, so that's why I wanted to say, if you want to have like a deeper look. Oh, this is something which is really interesting as well. So this is like an event that happened in Korea. Hopefully it's gonna come to us as well. It's like in Gelken and Ingesen. It's like this thing where you have to keep attacking it, and then after a while it gets destroyed. And when it's destroyed, you know, you get like wings, new eternal wings, and rewards. So the reward that there's like, exactly. So this is like another thing which you will probably like, you know, like new skins and stuff, and way of looking. So in here you literally acquire items in your inventory. Let me show you. So these ones, and then you right click on it, and you can have like a box with a permanent, or you can have a box with time limited skins, you know. And the skins, oh my goodness, they look insanely good because they remind you of retail, of course.
That's Lumion.
Yeah.
Don't worry, this is just the skins.
This is just skins. They have already added Kaizenel. They have already added Kaizenel in Korea now. but again, it's only skins. And this is like the animation and stuff. This is also available and acquirable.
Yeah. It's
You know?
no stats to it. It's no candy. It's just a skin you use in your world.
So data miners have already found so much more skins and everything. There's actually a YouTube video where you have all the idols and all the like everything, even from Reshkikal and Tia Moranta, you know, even the animations where she puts up stones and then throws them away. Bro, I hope we get that shit because I want that. I would pay everything for it.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, shut up, man! I made one mistake.
Oh, I'm
But it
joking.
looks the same. I know. But like, it look. Well, you fight ninjas and lions in there. Like, it's similar. No.
It is similar. I agree with you. I agree with you. It is similar. Okay, so I need to I need to stop. You know.
Next year at the content creator.
Yeah, you need to learn to sleep with your eyes open. I'm saying.
Man,
I mean,
if I can say like 2 or 3 sentences,
say.
it was really amazing. But I hope that some of you content creators will also show up next year, because this was really a fun time. So I'm really looking forward to that.
We can do in real life PvP.
Yeah,
or even better, we can PV the bars. You know, you just go inside. And
Oh yes. Okay, I need to stop myself because I could literally talk for hours and weeks and months about Aion. You know me, Aslan. So again, I don't want to waste too much of your time because you're still streaming, and you know Eggy is also streaming.
It's not a waste of time, bro. It's not a waste of time.
So yeah, let's just keep it short. I am pretty excited about this dungeon, and there's so much more coming, and I just hope that everybody who is this one that I'm streaming still.
Okay. Oh, is that the one with the extends?
Yes, the extend weapons. Yes.
looks like a Bale from Elden Ring.
Bro, that skin looks insane.
Imagine you enter the room and have an NPC screaming, "Curse you, Bale!" You know that meme?
What about casting speed? Any word on that? What do you mean casting speed? You mean maces? Because I know Stabies you were playing cleric. Or what do you mean? I mean, we get the crafted mace, and later, is there any other maces with casting?
Yeah, there is even one coming in the next patch. So
Boss looks amazing.
like really soon is what. I mean, the next patch is was it a month later or 2 months maximum later? We're gonna be getting a patch. In that one, you will have a casting speed with 9%. It's similar to the crafting one. So if you don't want to spend the money for the crafting one, you can just wait, and then you have the 9% casting speed mace. Other than that, if you want the best, you go to the dungeon. So what will happen is Tia Moranta, the current Tia Moranta, the red dragon, the disc, and the new dungeon, the yellow thingy. I think I forgot what it's called, Lambeth something. All three will... Exactly. All three, starting with the red dragon and the disc, there will be dropping gear, a new gear, which is okay-ish. It is kind of comparable. You can kind of compare it with the Padma gear. It is not the best of the gear, but I mean, nice to have, I guess. And in that gear selection, you have the weapon, and the way it drops is like in each dungeon you drop different parts from the gear. So eventually, to complete the gear, you would be running all of them, and the old loot will also stay, but the new loot is just literally gear that is going to be added to it. And for that one, again, you will have the mace, which is the 9% mace. If you want to have the 13% mace, though, then I recommend you strongly to run currently the disc, because the disc currently is also dropping the Veil and Mastaria's weapons. It has the possibility to drop those weapons, but this possibility will be gone after the new loot system, like after the new loot is added.
Interesting.
Okay. Interesting.
And on that note, even if you have no friends, which is fine, try to run disc. Even if you just look for a group, go in LFG, find a group that, even with alts or whatever, run the dungeon every week, the disc dungeon. Just do the first boss. Assuming you don't have anybody to run the whole dungeon, just do the first boss, because the first boss drops pages and you need like 90 pages to combine them together to your new skill. So if you don't want to buy the skill for 50,000 kuna, then that is also a possibility.
Something about new dungeons design, is it always just one boss like Tiamat Faestios? For the few upcoming ones, it seems so, but they made a new dungeon that replaces Beshmundir Temple that has multiple bosses, Irok. So there's a few like single boss dungeons when you just go in, clean it, and get the fuck out. But also the new one, Ghost of whatever. Don't laugh. It's right on cue. It's like laugh now.
Bro, listen,
And
I agree with you.
yeah, so in that dungeon there's multiple bosses. So
Yeah.
do you have any screens from that?
You mean from the new dungeon?
Yeah, Ghost of
Yeah, sure. I can. While you're talking, I can pull one out. That's fine.
Well, I'm not talking. But by the way, someone
Okay.
asked very early, and it went into a whole different side. They were asking about, again, I'm gonna explain. So the way they've changed the PvP system, the ranking system is, now you have, well, not now, but you're going to have two kinds of AP. AP you get in PvE, and AP that's gained in PvP. So the one that is gained in PvE is the AP you spend for gear, for accessories, for armor, for weapons, whatever. The Abyss points you get in PvP are only for ranking, and when you die, you lose only the PvP Abyss points. So that's how this is. It's like a updated version of Glory Points, where it's not Glory Points, it's just Abyss points.
Don't forget to mention that your current AP will be spending or PvE AP, so the ladder will be reset.
Yeah. So when they make those changes to the ranking system, they're going to convert all of your current AP into PvAP, and you're going to, in Korea, they received rewards based on the highest rank in PvP they've received, whether commander, general, officer, whatever. That's why even now we have a few people tryharding for ladders, not because they want to be high ranks, but because they want to just reach before they spend for the new gear, I guess. So things like that. Anyway, I'm watching this. Let me remove my notes. You there, fellow?
Yes, I'm here. So what I wanted to say, so the dragon that we were looking at, this is literally his patch, and this is what you can drop from him, the weapons and everything. And I don't know about you guys, but oh my freaking goodness, it looks amazing. So this is the boss, so the way the fight is like you go 3 men on each side, and you have to, they're like symbols on the floor, and depending on the symbols you have to act to it or react to it, and this is how the weapons look.
Bro, is that a great sword?
Yes, that is a great sword, and all weapons are extendable.
Oh my gosh.
Really
Look
amazing.
at it. That's crazy.
But can you show the dungeon that replaces BT?
That's what I'm looking at right now. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So meanwhile you're watching this video, I'm gonna see if I can find you the other one, because obviously I hadn't read read it in front of me.
So the dungeon, the weapons you're looking right now is 3.2 in Korea, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that should be correct.
Basically people say Korea right now is still on 3.0, and those patches 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, whatever we call them, is just community made, but the client is still on 3.0 base or whatever. So yeah, this is part of 3.2.
I have a little bit of a specific question. I don't know if you can answer that. Do you know if the mace is magical or physical from the new extents?
No, I have no idea.
Would be amazing if it's well, probably both at some point.
I mean, if it has cast speed or something, then it's great for the magical casters. But if it's a physical mace, then the people will go crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it will be something that everybody wants and everybody
I
wants to
think
have.
the new weapons look really, really fantastic. There's nothing
Honestly,
to
this is like
This
you
is-
can't
The
Yeah.
great
compare
sword
it to anything.
and
sick as fuck. So did you find the new dungeon Ghost of whatever, bro?
Nothing.
what is it called even? Why, I don't even know the
Wait,
name.
let me just look for it here.
Tanker King even did it in a while back.
So the updates are here. You just need to look for the one.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is like this new skill change. Oh, this is something interesting also to know, to tell you.
Oh, yeah,
You know
we can
the initial way how the stigmas are usually built. They're kind of getting rid of that one. So you can use your tree as you wish and you don't have to follow a set tree.
No,
This is
you're wrong. You are wrong. I call you up on this. It's not. Go back.
Wait, let me go back on that one.
Change to stigma system. This is a stigma system. It's not how you can wish. It's not how you wish and you can do whatever. So what they're doing is they added a new stigmas system, which is called.
retail.
Bro, I'm getting epilepsy by switching so many screens.
Just stay on the stigma screen for a
Stay
second.
on-
Okay.
Bro. Jesus.
He's like opening 50 tasks trying to find the ghost.
I'm fighting the ghost.
I want to scream so bad, but I can't because my tooth still hurt. Anyway, what I was trying to explain is, so in Korea, when you build your greater stigma tree,
Yeah.
in the case of sorcerer, to put wintry, you need to put sleeping storm, elemental ward, illusion, and all of those skills, right? But
Yes.
in Korea, you no longer need the regular skills to put the next greater stigma.
Oh, okay.
So for example, if I wanna put sleeping storm, I only need to put I forgot the name, bro. It just flew out of my mind. What's it called? The AoE stun. Illusion, whatever. I don't know. So you illusion and this one, it's the only two you need to put sleep storm. To put winter, you still need elemental ward and these, but you no longer need the normal ones. So what it does is it opens up extra slots essentially for you to put more valuable skills, and you can have a bit of a basically you can actually have hybrid builds now, because at the moment it's a bit impossible for certain classes.
Oh, okay.
So that's the actual change.
So I found your ghost.
Meta stigma. Thank you.
I found your ghost.
Dungeon.
So
To answer your question whether the dungeons are only gonna be one boss, no. They made a new dungeon in again.
So this is how the map from the dungeon is. Dungeon looks like.
Like sunken talos a bit. I don't know.
No, because look at the inside. That's how it looks inside.
Whoa.
It's Naraka Blade Point, bro. Let's go.
Yeah.
we are
Because you have mobs like this. Look at the mob, bro. Look at the mob.
Yeah, ghost of whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bro, I agree with you, bro. I told you I agree with you.
It's Sekiro.
Yeah. It's like it's Blade and Soul meets Ghost of Tsushima meets Naraka Blade Point meets my wallet. Look at this.
And then the boss. One of the bosses.
One of them. Yeah, the main one. Do they show any of the armor skins?
Yeah, it's
Three of
yeah.
them.
That looks amazing.
Yes. Imagine you stand like this. Aggie, imagine you stand like this.
On our next festival.
But are we sure that's the armor and not an NPC or a boss?
No, that is the armor. That is the armor, yeah.
That's the general goods merchant at the end.
The amount of missing information. So guys, this is how the armor of the general goods merchant looks like.
next week when the Korean patch comes out, everything we spoke about was
Yeah.
Imagine, bro, imagine. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. Oh yeah, have you seen this armor? This is also nice.
Blade and Tushima of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty.
We are just naming every system that has like Chinese culture or something.
Okay. I'm done. Thank you.
Okay, is that it?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, now we can do a summary, I guess, for those that are just joining in or they want a breakdown. I mean, I can start. I have some notes, and then you can just correct me.
Yeah. You talk. I've been talking for a lot.
Okay, so essentially, new PvP ranking system. Your abyss points are split into PV abyss points and PvP abyss points. PvP abyss points are only for ranking. When you die, you only lose PvP abyss points. PvE abyss points are for gear, which you use for equipment, for abyss potions, for weapons, armor, accessories, all of that shebang. Stigmas, although they're very cheap now on 3.0. When they do the conversion to the new system, all of your current AP is going to be converted into PvE abyss points. So you're going to derank, but you're going to keep your abyss points to use for gear and whatnot. And in Korea, they've received some awards based on the highest rank they've achieved so far. And everyone's gonna start from the same ranking. And then when you PvP, the more you PvP, the more you're active, the higher rank you're gonna be. By doing daily quests, you can obtain an item which is gonna allow you to summon a Shugo with a certain probability, and depending on that, you're gonna earn X amount of extra abyss points based on the daily. So you do your dailies, you get an item, you use it, and you get extra abyss points in a nutshell. They've added a petty system, like a pity system. Yeah, not petty, pity system for enchanting, meaning like up to level 10 enchanting gear is guaranteed, and after plus 10 is where the RNG we have now comes into place. So it's going to be much easier to enchant your equipment up to plus 10, which is kind of good. They're introducing a flight server, that's what they call it, which to our understanding is similar to the fast track server we had back in the days. Right now, Korea is treating it more of a test server because they're introducing stuff in there, and based on the feedback, they're gonna either translate into the classic servers, or they're just gonna discard. And on that server, flight is allowed everywhere and progression is made easier, hence why we think it's a fast track server. Something that's not really related to us, but they're doing some changes to their CO aura, and they're adopting a free-to-play model with some restrictions to trading. But again, this probably won't apply to us. The biggest of all is Tiamaranta is back with Eye of Tiamaranta. The map is reworked. Eye of Tiamaranta is not going to be a circle. I mean, it's going to have multiple layers. We are assuming similar to a tower because that's what they're suggesting. Also, there are some new maps or new versions of Tiamaranta announced later. We have no idea what that is. Tomorrow there's going to be a developer's letter with more info with what all of the changes of the systems that they're introducing. Potential level cap they've mentioned, but they have not confirmed at all. They've changed the stigma system. Basically, you don't no longer need the normal stigmas to equip your greater stigmas, but obviously to equip the gold stigma, you still need to equip the previous greater stigmas. And they've also said that they're going to be working on entirely original. I mean, I say entirely original, I mean content we haven't had before. So no reskin of maps, just new raids, new bosses, new maps. So God, I don't know, Sabridge. I don't know. We'll see. It's possible, but again, Catalan was like way ahead, like 4 point whatever. So yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in. I will be doing some actual gameplay now, because boy, why am I even streaming if I'm not playing, right? I'm gonna do dailies in PvP and whatnot.
True.
So if this is what you stayed, thank you for staying. If you wanna stick around, watching and chilling with me, feel free to. Fellow has a more detailed summary of this, and after tomorrow, if they release the actual developer's notes, we're gonna summarize that for you guys, and we're gonna post on Discord. You can join my Discord if you wanna stay up to date and about other goodies and whatnot. Also, I've tagged Fellow's Discord on my title on the stream, and Exorcist as well. Dude, I keep calling you Eggy for like. How do you egg?
I mean, it's,
egg.
I mean, it's
eggs.
fine. You can say egg. You
Eggy.
can say egg. You can say
I'll just,
exorcist,
can,
whatever you
can,
want.
can I call you Eggy?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, completely,
Okay,
man.
brilliant. Thank you, with your permission, of course. So yeah, you can follow those guys as well, and yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I will put. I mean, I also have you both in my streaming title. If you guys want, you can leave a follow. Doesn't cost you anything. And yeah, it was really nice talking with you guys.
Right, thank you. Good luck, guys.
Okay,
Bye.
back to Alfeta doing PvP. See you guys.
Yes, sir. Bye. And